Hello everybody, this is Bennyhillz back with another vintage cube draft, and this pack is very good. No power, unfortunately, but it's got some spice. So Uro is okay. I think this card is very good. I think it's a little bit underrated in some decks. Like if you are heavy blue with a lot of cantrips, this can be really good. Also good with Upheaval. Speaking of, there's also Upheaval, which is just one of the best like top end cards in the format. Thoughtseize is good cheap interaction, and then there's also Force of Will. I think it's between Upheaval and Thoughtseize, and I'm actually going to take the Thoughtseize here. This card is very, very good. It's at its best in Reanimator and Blue-Black Control, but just cheap interaction is so powerful. Alright, here I think we're going to go with the Hallowed Fountain. Green Sun Zenith is good. Commit Memory is fine. I don't think I would pick a Languish this early, but I do think Esper is pretty powerful, and, having good mana is always nice. Ooh. Well, I'll take a Shinobi here. Murderous Rider is good. Bloodstained Mire is good. Factor Fiction, Jite, but Fallen Shinobi is just so powerful, especially when you pick it a little bit early and you can build around it with stuff like Vendilion Click. Not much for us here. Let's see. So, yeah, this is actually a really weak pack for us. We could take the Thirst. We could take Elspeth. I might actually just take the Kiki, although it's so tough on the mana. But getting a fourth pick Kiki is a sign that this is open. But it really doesn't play with what we have right now. I mean, we could even take Null Priest, but that's just pretty underpowered. I think I'm going to take Elspeth. If the mana is good, this card is nice for forcing through Shinobi. And, I mean, yeah, it's not great, but I think it's fine. Now we can pick up, another fairly weak pack. Maybe Grave Titan. Actually, yeah, I think Grave Titan seems pretty solid here. Ooh, well, that's a pretty late Thalia. We could just take that and move into mono white, but Gideon is also very, very strong. I think I like Gideon a little bit more. So this is set up right now to be like white-black disruptive, or white-black heavy hitters, splashing blue for Shinobi and a little bit else, hopefully. So, I mean, yeah, we have a lot of expensive cards. I would love to get some cheap ones, but they're really good expensive cards. Okay, here we have Elspeth Conquers Death, Yorion, Mana Tithe, Looteriel Core. I think I'm between these two. Tithe is good cheap interaction, and Looter is great with Shinobi, and also just like a versatile card, but I think I like the interaction more. There's another world where I would take Elspeth Conquers Death, but we have so many expensive cards right now that I think I'd rather just take the cheap interaction. I do love how Looter plays with ninjutsu and also with equipment, though. So I'm a little bit sad to see that one go. Okay, here we have Oblivion Ring and Kaya. I think I'm going to go with the Kaya here. This card is pretty good. It's good against Moxen. It's good against mono green, mono white, and mono red because they have lots of 1-drops. And it's good against Reanimator and Storm, really. So it's good in a lot of matchups. Against like blue-white control, it's a little bit weak. That's where it's definitely at its worst, but still a pretty good card. And the better your opponent's deck is, the better this card is in general. Like if they have Soul Ring or Mox, and that's what you're really afraid of. And so I like cards like that are really good against really good cards, and medium against medium cards, because your hope is if they're playing slow stuff and they have no power, then hopefully you can beat them without, even if Kaya is sort of bad. And then if they are really good, then Kaya will be powerful. Not too much for us here. We could take a Blood Crypt in case we want to splash, or we could take Upheaval, but we have no fast mana right now. I think I'm going to take the Blood Crypt. Also, even if we don't splash red, this could still help us if we just got like a red-blue fetch, and now that makes us be able to get black. Now I can pick up either Unexpectedly Absent or Languish. Languish is really good in some matchups, but Unexpectedly Absent is more versatile. I think I'm actually going to take the Languish here. This will be the best card in our deck in like a quarter of the matchups, versus Unexpectedly Absent will be like decent in most matchups. And I think I would rather take the card that can just like win some games on its own. Now I can take a Blade Splicer. This card's pretty good. Good with Shinobi, good at protecting Planeswalkers. Okay, I guess I'll just take the Lava Claw Reaches here. I could use a few more, like some better mana fixing there. That would definitely be nice. Now I can take a Brimaz. I guess I'll take the Shadow Skull Smashing, but not really planning on playing it. Flametongue Kavu is actually good. I'm not going to splash just for that, but if we also got like Duretti or something, that'd be nice. Ooh, well, pretty easy pick there. I would love a Ponder. A Signet actually would be amazing in this deck. Path, Thief of Sanity. So this pack is very, very strong, but certainly taking Soul Ring. This is a great Soul Ring deck. We can just go like turn 1 Soul Ring, turn 2 Gideon or Elspeth, and that can really take over the game quickly. And then maybe we can wheel the Signet. But yeah, very, very happy to get a Soul Ring here. Now we have Venser, Coalition Relic, Bitter Blossom, Arid Mesa. I think I just got to take the Mesa here. It's good fixing. Actually, it's great fixing. Now it even matters that we have the Blood Crypt too. Coalition Relic would probably be my second pick here. I think Venser being double blue could be a little bit rough. We're obviously mostly black-white here. And then Bitter Blossom might wheel, although white is the most open color. But yeah, I think we're just going to take the fixing. I really want to be able to cast my spells. Ooh, Teferi. Don't think I can pass that one. Shambling Vent's great. Consecrated Sphinx is also great. There's another board sweeper, but Teferi is just sweet. This is perfect. We actually have a lot of Planeswalkers here, which I do think is pretty good. Ooh, I would love to be able to play a lot. This is actually a great pack. Duretti is amazing. It's probably the best card in this pack, and right now we have a few free red sources, but not a ton. We could also take Sheldock Isle, or Muldrifter, or Duress, all of which are pretty solid. I think I'm going to take the Sheldock, though. This card is just absolutely phenomenal. Duretti is so good, though. But the mana is already a little bit dicey. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Sheldock. Okay, Windswept Teeth is good. Right now it finds blue-white. Phantasmal Image is solid, as is Batterskull, but I think this is the best card for us. Now we have some more red fixing, but we just passed the Duretti, which is one of the main cards we would have wanted to splash. We could take another board sweeper. We could take Everflowing Chalice, Kitchen Finks. I think I'm going to go with the board sweeper here. Now with Day of Judgment and Languish, we are really, really set against creature decks. I'm not going to start with either one in the main deck, I think, but that'll be a really nice thing to have access to post-board. All right, here we have Tundra versus Creeping Tar Pit, which is pretty close. We do already have a Hallowed Fountain. Although, Creeping Tar Pit is good. I do like Manlands a lot. I think I'm going to take the Tar Pit here over the Tundra. It's close, but since we already have a fetchable blue-white land, I guess, actually, no. We have multiple yeah, I think I'll still take this. It's so good to have untapped lands, and the cost of the Tar Pit being tapped is pretty high. Okay, now we have Azoria, Signet, Mentor, and Banishing Light. I think we just go with the Signet here. Yeah, this card seems pretty good. Mentor is also reasonable, but a double on-color Signet is really good. Now we can take a Shriekmaw. I'm pretty happy to get that one, actually. That's a really good pickup. We actually don't have any removal spells in the main deck right now, and so this is a good main deckable removal spell that's extremely powerful with Fallen Shinobi. Okay, Kitesail Freebooter versus Bitter Blossom. That's really close, actually. I think I'm going to go with the Freebooter. It's better with Shinobi, and it's disruptive. Although Bitter Blossom can just win games. Actually, no, I'm going to take the Bitter Blossom. I think this card is very, very powerful, especially with Planeswalkers, and we have a lot of cheap Planeswalkers. Now we can pick up Shambling Vent. Brynwing Mare would be fine, but we have a lot of non-creatures, and mana fixing is very, very good. Ooh, Duretti Wield. I think I'll take that. Balance is actually pretty good for us. Actually, Balance is the right pickup, I think. It's good with Planeswalkers. It's good with Soul Ring, Bitter Blossom, Signet. Yeah, I'll go with that. Duretti's good, but if we had, like, perfect splashing mana, it would be very close. But in this case, I think I like taking the Balance. This is a board sweeper that I'm happy to main deck because it has more utility as well. All right, now I'll take a Sling Gang. This is a good sideboard option against like decks that are playing the board. Kitchen Finks is good against aggro. And Pernicious Deed. Okay, so what are we looking for now? We are pretty good on playables. I mean, really just like, there's nothing in particular we're missing. I think here we'll go with a Strix. This card is great with Shinobi, great at protecting Planeswalkers, a little bit awkward with balance, but still very powerful. And I don't think we have enough blue cards for Force of Negation, although I would love to play it. Agadeem's Awakening would be a nice one to wheel, as would Thraben Inspector, but we'll go with the Strix. Okay, here we have Jace, Concealed Courtyard, Mesmeric Fiend, Treachery. All pretty good options. Treachery being double blue is a little bit rough. I think Concealed Courtyard is the card I want the most from this pack, but it's also pretty likely to wheel. I think I'm just going to take the Jace here. Yeah, I'll take the Jace and wheel the Concealed Courtyard. I guess it doesn't really combo with that many cards, though. It can flashback Thoughtseize. But even just being a Planeswalker and flipping is good, and it smooths your draw. Yeah, it's just a good card. Treachery would be really nice, but again, I think double blue is a bit too hard. Ooh, Teferi. Also Scrubland. I really want the Scrubland, but I think I just need to take Teferi here. This card is so broken. Yeah, maybe the Scrubland comes around. Also, Skyclave Apparition would be great, but Teferi is just way too good to pass. All right, now we can pick up a Karakas. Pretty happy about that. A Johnny would be good if we do end up splashing red, but again, we don't have the Duretti. I don't think that's worth it. It also might wheel. Fatal Push is also fine, but Karakas is great. We can combo with Jace and Brimaz out of our current creatures, and it's also very good against opposing creatures. Okay, Ophiomancer, Flicker Wisp, Lapse of Certainty, Dismember. I think I'm going to go with the Dismember here. It's very cheap, which is good. Ophiomancer is fine, but I think like a 1-mana removal spell is just a little bit better. All right, Badlands and Savannah both unfortunately don't really help us. There's Liliana's Triumph and Condemn for cheap removal spells, and then Impulse and Time Warp. Time Warp actually seems very, very good with all our Planeswalkers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't love the double blue, but I think it's worth it here. Also really good with Jace. Yeah, we'll go with the Time Warp. We do have a decent amount of fixing at this point. Like, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free blue sources without playing any islands. So I think double blue should be reasonable. Let's get that late Lingering Souls here. That would be very nice. Lingering Souls and Vindicate would be two amazing pickups that are both realistic. I mean, Fractured Identity would probably be the best thing, but that's not really realistic. Do we want to play Worn Power Stone? Probably not. Our curve doesn't go up that high, and I don't think we want Wishclaw Talisman either. Although a Wishclaw Talisman for Teferi and then bouncing Teferi, or bouncing the Talisman back to your hand is really powerful. Alternatively, we could take either Sword or Baneslayer. I think I'm just going to take a Baneslayer here. It's a really, really good sideboard option. No last pick Lingering Souls, unfortunately. Tinker doesn't do anything. Hymn to Torlok is great. A little bit tough on the mana. But I think that's still a pickup here over Wall of Omens. Yeah. Hymn is just so powerful if you can cast it on time. Our black fixing is quite a bit worse than our blue fixing at this point. Hopefully we can wheel the Scrubland. For black mana, we have 1. Windswept Heath can't do it. Okay, I think I'm going to take Agadeem's Awakening here. I don't really need a third Wrath, and Thraben Inspector is good, but I think this is a bigger upgrade. Because, like, yeah, whatever the spell we cut for the Thraben Inspector will be barely worse than the Thraben Inspector, if it's even worse at all. So, in terms of black mana right now, we have 1, 2. Windswept Heath does not do it, but Blood Arid Mace does. 3, 4 black sources. So we're going to need to play a lot of swamps here. And then our white fixing is very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Concealed Courtyard wheel. Happy about that. I would play, honestly, any of these 3 cards I would probably play. but I think we just go with mana here. Although we do actually need to play, we need a few more spells. Although I don't mind playing one board sweeper potentially. I don't think we would play a Sling Gang here. Ooh, nice. Scrubline came around. Disenchant's also good, but very happy. This helps the mana a lot because now Windswept Heath fetches black. So we do need a few more spells. What's better out of Kitchen Finks or one main deck board sweeper? We have a relatively high creature count. I think I'm actually going to play the Kitchen Finks over a board sweeper right now. Okay, none of this is good for us, unfortunately. Ooh, Lapse of Certainty could be interesting here. Actually, no, I think Flicker Wisp is a bit better. Wisp is pretty good. It removes blockers. It's good with Finks. It's good with our Planeswalkers. All right, Savannah and on to the Pure. Sure. So right now we're playing 17 lands if we throw in 6 basics, but then one of them is Academ's Awakening. Maybe we just cut the... I think Balance is good. I really wish we had a Dark Confidant. That would be amazing in this deck. Maybe just Kitchen Finks. And so then if we did this for the mana base, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 white sources. For black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's solid. I kind of want more for him to Torok, but that's okay. And then for blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm going to cut one blue source for one black source. We're a lot heavier on the black, and like having, turn early Thoughtseize or Bitter Blossom or him to Torok is really important, whereas our blue stuff is a little bit later game. All right, sweet. I think this deck is very, very good. I'm excited to see how it plays out. We can crush creature decks with our 2 sweepers post board. We have a lot of Planeswalkers. We could be a little bit soft to counter Magic, but with Thoughtseize and Teferi, that helps us out there a little bit. Yeah, this deck is sweet. I'm really excited to see how it goes. So I will see you in round 1. All right, here we are for round 1 against Wookid. I think they have a lot of trophies. We're on the draw, unfortunately, but I'll keep it. We have 1 of each colored mana source. We don't have double white for Flicker Wisp at the moment, but ooh, Thoughtseize. Yeah, I'm gonna Thoughtseize on turn 1 here. That was a great draw. Ramanap, Excavator, Emrakul, and Muldrifter. Well, so, okay, are we trying to balance them here? If we take the Ramanap and then they evoke Muldrifter and then we play Karakas Balance, how does that look? We'll be at... So we'll drop to 7, play land, and then balance. So we'll have 5 cards in hand. That'll go down to 4, then drop to 5, play land down to 4, Muldrifter up to 5. So that would just kill the Gilded Goose, basically. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. We'll take the Excavator. Their hand isn't very good, though, honestly. I'm pretty okay with what I saw over there. So they go Forest and then evoke the Muldrifter. Ooh, Signet was a great draw. So that means we'll just play that. Yeah, land Signet. And then next turn, if we draw an untapped land, we can play Bitter Blossom into Balance, which would be very strong. And even if we don't draw an untapped land, we can just play Balance, and that's still good. Blade Splicer. Okay, so we're just going to play Balance. So if we play Balance right now, we'll have 5 cards in hand. They'll sacrifice a land and a Gilded Goose. That seems good. And I would like to hold up the Karakas for bouncing the Emrakul. That is a way to beat Channel. Breeding Pool, okay. Well, balance is pretty good so far. 2 mana double Stone Rain. And we play our Sheldock, Soul Ring, or Hymn to Torok. I think Hymn to Torok is a bit better. I'm a little bit sad to be putting all these mana sources to the bottom, though. We do want to draw lands, but we can go instant speed Hymn to Torok, which is pretty powerful, and take out 2 cards. Well, okay. I mean, Channel Emrakul is actually just bad against this Karakas. Funnily enough, Channel Ulamog would be much scarier because they could kill the Karakas before the creatures in play. Either Ulamog would be scary here. Of course, they might have another card. We know that. I think all we know is the one Emrakul. But hopefully they're just playing this Emrakul. Pretty sweet to be able to beat Channel Emrakul potentially. Okay, yeah, that's just not scary at all. Literally does nothing. I'm going to bounce this now. This plays around them having like a way to counter the activated ability, which I'm not even sure if there's anything they could have had there, but like, now look, they're just at 5, and you know, yeah, this is looking great for us. Questing Beast. Okay, we could also Karakas that. Man, Karakas is so good in this matchup. So I'm just gonna play the Blade Splicer and hold up Karakas. And now we have lethal next turn between Shambling Vent and Blade Splicer. Okay, I think I am just going to do this now. There's an argument to waiting, but I think it's fine to do this. 5 mana. What's this? Freyalise. Okay, that can kill our Golem. Oh, okay, now we just win. So we can just attack and ninjutsu the Shinobi. That does show them the Shinobi, which I don't love, but I think it's fine. Like, we could have also Flicker Wisp to blink their elf. But that wouldn't actually kill them. They'd go to 1. So ninjutsu this. All right, sweet. And they didn't even see it. They knew it was up. So playing against blue green, they do have Channel Emrakul, so that's something. But we have Karakas. We are on the draw, which makes balance worse. Do we want to bring in a board sweeper? Yeah, I think I like just bringing in Day of Judgment over the balance when we're on the draw. I'm not going to bring in Languish too. Languish could be good. Maybe we just cut Bitter Blossom for Languish. Yeah, I think that seems fine. Bitter Blossom is at its best. Like, well, first of all, it's a lot better on the play also. And it's also like, they can just go over the top of this pretty easily. Although I guess making a bunch of 1/1s is good against Channel Emrakul. But yeah, I think I'm going to run it like this. Blade Splicer is a little underpowered, but it's still good for protecting Planeswalkers. Questing Beast is good against us if we don't have Karakas. It pressures our Planeswalkers very effectively. This hand is great. It's annoying that the Shambling Vent enters tapped, but that's fine. We're still going to go Thoughtseize on 1. What you got? Uro, carry it. Not taking the Uro. Courser dies to Shriekmaw. I think I'm just going to take the Caryatid. Yeah, I'll take that. They actually, they have good colored mana already. So they play Forest and pass. We draw Aghanim Awakening, so we could Hymn to Torok them this turn. I think I'm actually going to do that. So it's like sort of, sometimes you want to wait on Hymn to Torok, and sometimes you want to play it as early as possible. Here, okay, we hit an Island. That was really, really good hits, actually. Island and Courser, and now we'll pass. So hopefully they just play Uro and not Channel Emrakul. We can bounce the Uro with Karakas. They are going to get to draw some cards off of it, but that's not too bad. They only need 1 more card to escape this. Okay, didn't really want to draw a 6-drop there. Hopefully we can find a blue source. Garruk. Okay, that is a little bit problematic, actually. Signet was a great draw. So we can go Karakas, Azorius Signet. We have to tap our Caracas here, which is a little bit sad, but not the end of the world. Do we want to just evoke the Shriekmaw? I think I do want to do that. I want to just control the board, and like, I mean, if the more the board can be empty when we start slamming these big haymakers, the better. They can hold up Venser this turn, which is a little bit annoying. Actually, that's pretty annoying. Hopefully, okay, look, luckily they're playing Ura. I'm happy to see that. Oh, if they have land, they could. Okay, now they can actually. Oh, sweet. Okay, playing Secure Tribe Elder was a disaster for them. I mean, I don't think it was necessarily wrong from their information set, but if they had held up Venser, that would have been a lot scarier. Now we can go. We can cast Teferi plus, and then untap the Caracas and bounce the Uro. Okay, Hallowed Fountain was a good draw. Man, Caracas has just been absolutely bonkers here. It's been so good. Bounce your Uro. Again, they can just draw another card now off of it, so they're still getting some value, but we have Teferi. So Teferi's going to fall to 1. We'll see if they kill off their Garruk or untap lands here. I hope they kill it off. Oh, that's really bad. That can kill our Caracas. Bummer. Okay. So we have, I think we just get blue. We have plenty of white and black. So if they tap out of Venser mana, then Grave Titan will be very, very good here. If they don't tap out of that mana, then we'll see. We could go Jace plus just like cast a normal Fallen Shinobi. Hopefully they make a beast here. Okay, looks like they are holding up Venser. So we plus. Getting him was a great draw. So we can play. If we play Jace and Gideon, we unfortunately wouldn't have quite enough mana to use Shambling Vent. How good is it even to play the Gideon into the Venser? Like, they're probably going to be using Venser this turn either way, right? Well, okay, can we survive? Can we keep our Teferi around is the question. If we play Jace and then hold up Shambling Vent activation, we can. Okay, yeah, I think that's worth it. So, cast Jace. Play Windswept Heath. Man, if we had one more mana, we could play the Gideon too. But yeah, I'm just going to pass here. And if they don't play their Venser here, then we're in great shape. I guess they could go Venser, bounce the Shambling Vent. Yeah, that's probably their best line. Okay, good play from the opponent, but this is fine. I mean, yeah, I guess we do need to deal with a Garruk. If they attack with everything, though, we can actually Shinobi with Jace, which is sort of funny. Everything there, so that dies. We can also just flip our Jace and Thoughtseize them. Uh-oh. Freyalise. Okay, so that can kill our Signet. Oh, I forgot they could do that. Oh, yeah. All right, this is a little bit bad. If we could find a removal spell for, like, a Dismember would be an amazing draw here. I'll grab Tundra, I guess. So we flip our Jace. Dismember. Well, Not exactly the time I wanted to draw, but still good. So we can Thoughtseize, Dismember, and Blade Splicer. I think that's worth it. We could also just go Garrick and Dismember and plus the Jace. Maybe that's actually better. They have one card, and it could be really good, but it could also just be bad. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So we'll pitch the Blade Splicer then. Play this. And then I'll plus this on one of their beasts and pass. And then our plan is to dismember the other beast, trade the knight with the Venser, and then they can only deal 2 damage. So they probably should send everything at Gideon. Okay, yep. Correct attack by them. So we'll go to blocks, declare this here. I think that's better than... Well, actually, no. We could just eat the Steve. Actually, I think I like that plan. Because our Venters are getting to surviving either way. And having an extra creature in play when we have Fallen Shinobi is really good. Fauna Shaman. Okay, so we can kill the Fauna Shaman with the Dismember. Oh, wow. That was an amazing draw. We can play that, bounce it. Okay, yeah, this is great. So we go for this. Bounce your Elf Druid. Languish is a decent one. But we're not going to do that this turn. For this turn, we're just going... We can kill both of their Planeswalkers. And then they can kill some of our Planeswalkers, but that's fine. So we'll grab Dismember. Kill this. Plus here. And then kill both of their Planeswalkers. So this goes at Freyalise. This goes at Garrick. And now they can kill 2 of our Planeswalkers. But I think we'll be able to win with... our hand is stacked. They do have a lot of mana. Oh, they can also get back Uro. Actually, getting back Uro is pretty problematic. We'll see which one they're leaving us with. Okay, they leave us with the Teferi. But now they're in a bit of a catch-22 because we can attack with a Knight, and if they block, we can just Languish and kill all their stuff. And if they don't block, we can Shinobi and potentially even hit Emrakul. I don't like that their life total is so high. If they were a little bit lower, then Channel Emrakul would no longer be a threat, which would be nice. Acidic Slime. Okay, that's a little bit bad, but not that bad. Sheldock Isle. All right, so we attack for 2. Really, really hoping... Actually, I don't really know what I... Oh, they just take it. Okay, so yeah, we'll go with a Shinobi. Are we at risk of just dying, though? Yes. Yes. They have 5, 11, 12, 13, but... I think I still need to take this risk. I don't think we're winning by not going for this, and the upside is very, very high. Emrakul? Jiraga Tree Speaker. That's pretty bad. I mean, it can block, so we're not... If they don't have anything, we are not just dead. So grab 2 lands. And then I'll just play the Sheldock. So we need to hope they don't have a removal spell. Elspeth seems better than Strix here. All right, so big turn. If they don't have a removal spell, which I mean, blue-green is... Oh, they're just going straight to combat. Okay. So they do get to draw a card, which is bad. Block here. Gilded Goose is not a problem. Okay, sweet. So, oh, wow, that was a good draw. It is annoying that Languish kills our own Shinobi. But, oh, wait, no, this is what we do. This is so powerful. So we cast the Elspeth, give the Shinobi flying. Oh, wait, they have, Oh, yeah, no, this works. Now we can play... actually, no, it doesn't quite work. No, it works well enough, though. So we can plus and then attack. They'll jump block with a Gilded Goose, of course, and then we can just play Time Warp, and then next turn we can use Languish to kill all their other creatures. They'll still have the Uro, but I think that'll be fine. We could even bounce the Uro with a Teferi. So plus 3/3 in flying. And again, we could always just hit like Emrakul or something like that and just win immediately. All right, that's a screenshot for sure. That is awesome. All right, very good start. We are 1020. Maybe we could actually doesn't have a bunch of trophies. I guess not. We're only here. That's pretty embarrassing. I got to at least be visible here. And ideally, I mean, yeah, Team J Bro, I don't know if that's a surmountable gap at this point, but still feeling really good about this deck. We will see you in round 2. All right, here we are for round 2 against Top Deck King. Cool name. We are on the play, which is excellent, and we have a great hand. Yeah, this is a really, really good place for balance. So we keep. We can go turn 2, Bitter Blossom plus balance. Hopefully they go turn 1 Ancestral Recall. Okay, I'm very happy to see that. We can just kill that. We are going to have to sacrifice one of our lands, so we'll probably just we'll probably sack the Swamp. Or, yeah, definitely sack the Swamp. So, Concealed Courtyard, Bitter Blossom. And then we play Balance, and we sacrifice one land. They discard 3 cards and sacrifice their creature. That's a very, very good trade for us. So choose a land you control and sacrifice the rest. So we'll choose the dual land. And now they're just so low on resources. And we can play Teferi next turn. Yeah, this card is absolutely amazing here. The old 4 for 2 mana. Derangement's a little bit problematic for us in game 1 when we don't have sweepers. Man, funny to be playing against blue-green again. So, yeah, I'm just... Ooh, Hymn to Torok. Do we just do that and take out their hand? I think we do. That's so dirty. So this could get... We don't have a blue-black land. Oh, yeah, this is getting blue-white, I guess. So we need... If we were going to go Hymn to Torok, we need to do this. Don't have... They could have Miscalc or Spell Pierce. Just don't have Mana Leak or Remand. All right, boom. They're down to just 2 lands with 1 card in hand. That is really devastating. I don't love having to pay 3 life for that, but it's fine. Oko. That is really bad, actually. Jeez. If we lose after this start, I'm going to be so upset. Fallen Shinobi. Okay, that is really good. We could even hit the Oko for a bunch, but I think it's better to... Actually, maybe I do want to do that. Actually, yeah, I am going to do that. They only have 1 card. And the Oko is a way that they can get back into this, whereas even if they shut down our Shinobi, that's fine. I still think we're in a really good position. So we grab Tundra and Ninjutsu this guy. So I think with a Teferi in hand, there's basically no way they can keep their Oko around unless they draw like Time Walk into something. They probably need to just turn this into an Elk though. And we can actually pick up our own Shinobi and redeploy it later if we want to, although we're not going to do that immediately. And it's just so good for our peace of mind to be able to get Teferi down so we don't need to worry about it. About them having any, like, brazen borrower type stuff. Interesting. That's a weird play. I mean, I guess they're just trying to protect their Oko. Gideon is a decent one, but we're still going to play the Teferi. Really hope this resolves. Nice. Okay, so now we bounce this. They could have a Shark Typhoon. But I think it's fine. Well, I'm not going to attack the Oko with the Fairy Rogue. Oh, they just concede. All right, sweet. So we're really dismantling these blue-green decks right now. I do think we want to bring in board sweepers in this matchup. Balance, again, I think on the draw, it was amazing there. But on the draw, I think it's a little bit less impressive. So we could maybe do this and then cut. Man, the Oko is actually a huge problem. We don't have any clean answers to that, other than, like, Thoughtseizing it. Do we cut one of these creatures? Maybe. Yeah, I think I'll just cut the Blade Splicer. Yeah, I think I like Brimaz and Flicker Wisp a little bit better, and if we're bringing in 2 board sweepers, then having a bunch of creatures of our own is less impressive. But like I said, Oko is a huge problem that we really need to. Okay, we do have an answer to Oko in our hand, which is nice. We also have great mana. 2 black, 2 blue, 4 white. And Dave, yeah, this hand's actually just amazing. Day of Judgment is great. Hopefully they go turn 1 Mana Dude, turn 2 Oko, and we can Mana Tithe it. Okay, Shriekmaw was a pretty good draw. I'm still planning on probably not Shriekmawing this because I want to just clean it up with the Day of Judgment, but this is good to deal with our first threat post-Wrath. Guy's Cradle. Okay, so they're not playing Oko this turn. Gilded Goose. All right, not a problem. Although Mana Tithe is looking a little bit awkward here. Nissa. Is that worth a tithe? I think I actually am going to tithe that here. That gives them, like, even if we sweep it up, that still gives them some value. And I don't think tithe is going to be very good later. Now, do we want to Shriekmaw to kill the Gilded Goose? I actually think I do want to do that now. It cuts them off of 2 mana, including blue mana. Yeah, I think that's worth it. It's the less greedy line, but I think in this case it is correct because it hedges us against them having Oko. If they had a blue source, I would not do this. So now next turn we can just play Kaya and exile their Finhorn Elves. Okay, that's bad. We can play Kaya and exile their Beast now. This deck is missing a little bit of Planeswalker interaction. Like a Murderous Rider would go a long way. Jeez, all right, deck. No more lands. So we'll play land, Kaya. Begone, Beast. So now they can hit the Kaya down to 1 and make another Beast. But then we can Day of Judgment and uptick the Kaya. Kaya actually is a good answer to Garruk. It deals with the beasts very well. I want to control the creatures that they have on board just to manage the Guy's Cradle. So Kaya falls to 1. Yes, play another creature. Play another creature. Scavenging Ooze. Beautiful. So, yeah, that's really good for us. That was a great draw as well. Now they're down to 2 lands. It's a little bit of a question whether we want to exile 2 creatures or 1 creature with a Kaya. I think I'm just going to exile 2, though. Like, yeah, I mean, it means we get 2 less points of life gain, but our life total is still very high. And I think I'd rather play around them having Eternal Witness. So we can take out Nissa and Skoos. We've used our mana very efficiently this game. Turn 1 Tide, turn 2 Shriekmaw, turn 3 Kaya, turn 4 Day of Judgment. That is pretty good. Now, if they want to, they could kill off their Garruk to make a beast, but that does nothing against the Kaya, so they'll probably just plus the Garruk here. Bitter Blossom, that's a good one. So we go land to fairy. I almost want to just take out this food in case they have an Oko in hand. Yeah, I think I actually am going to do that. They should have probably just cracked it for life, but it doesn't really matter. Then we plus here and play Bitter Blossom. Now we need like one more good top end card. Like we need one threat that can actually close out this game. Because right now we're still in a pretty bad shape if they top deck like, oh no, do they have the Oko? They make it 3-3, but that dies to the Teferi and the Kaya. Please don't have Oko. Okay, beautiful. So we get our 1/1. Bounce their beast. I guess I'll just play the Signet. And now I am just going to exile one card. We'll just take out the Gilded Goose. Play this tapped and pass turn. So they tap their Guy's Cradle. They might think that they have 5 mana, although they can just use Garruk to make more mana. Deranged Hermit. I mean, that's good with Cradle. We can Kaya to mow through the squirrels, but that's a little slow. Thoughtseize. Well, we can draw step Thoughtseize them, which is sort of nice. Do we want to attack their Garruk with one of our fairies? I think we do that. Man, I really wish we had a Shambling Vent. Because now we can kill their Garruk next turn. Draw step Thoughtseize is so dirty. And it's also pretty necessary here because they have access to like tons of mana of all their colors. So we're obviously going to make them pay this first. So they still have access to 3 + 4 mana. Plus 1 more. They have access to 8. So they could play a Craterhoof here. Mana Vault. Well, I guess or Mana Crypt. I'll take that, even though I don't really care about it. Interesting. They just make a beast. Okay. And now they can mess with our Planeswalkers, but they can't kill them both, which is pretty good. I would like to find a board sweeper just to cut them off of mana. I do think we can beat this board, but if they have this board and a bunch of mana, then they have live top decks. So we'll see how they attack. They can't really attack with a Hermit, so they might just send... Oh, they're going for Kaya. Interesting. So 2 at Kaya, 1 at Teferi. All right, I'll just block this because the Teferi being at 3 is nice, so I can kill the beast. So Kaya dies, but Kaya put in some good work this game. Gained me some life, dealt with a bunch of mana guys, some squirrels. Brimaz is okay. Block or kill their beast. Fallen Shinobi, that is excellent. Okay, so we hit for 1, and then Ninjutsu, and that should probably end the game. Unless we get really unlucky. Can we get another Emrakul? Oof, well, we did get really unlucky. Not only does that do nothing for us, but it actively helps them because now they're not going to draw those 2 bricks. We're definitely ahead, but if they truly are the top deck king, then they can get back into this for sure. They don't have attacks, but they can block our shinobi now with the squirrels. Uh-oh, 5 mana? Factor Fiction. Okay, Finale is definitely... I think I'm just going to put Finale on its own. These are all fine, but we can beat all of these cards, and the Finale represents a huge problem. Yeah, I'll do that. Well, said that they needed to top deck well, and that was an amazing first top deck. Okay, they take the 4 pile. That's fine. The Questing Beast just trades with the Brimaz. They do kill our Bitter Blossom, but the life gain is sort of nice, actually. So they're holding Forest, Nature's Claim. Oh, no, they just played Nature's Claim. They're holding Forest, and just a second Forest, I think. So still locked in a vicious top deck war. Man, if that Shinobi hit anything other than 2 forests. Like, yeah, we clear the 2 forests, and then they get the Factor Fiction. Imagine if we'd gotten the Factor Fiction. So we can just block this with the Questing Bee, or with the Brimaz and trade. Well, that makes me sort of regret that trade. If we attack with the Fallen Shinobi, it just trades with 2 squirrels. That seems like it can't be worth it, right? I mean, it does take them off of 2 mana, but they would still have a lot of mana. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I'm just going to play the Caracas and hit them for 1 in the air. Like, now if we draw Elspeth, it's great, and we can hit with a Shinobi. And yeah, I mean, there's worlds where this is worse, but I think this is the better play overall. Opponent has no play. That's good. We have no play as well. We'll just pass. So we've drawn through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands. So we've seen a little bit over half of our lands in a little bit under half of our deck. So we are likely to draw some lands soon, or some non-lands, but we'll see. Uro. That is annoying. Well, so we can Caracas that, but it will just gain them a bunch of life and draw them a bunch of cards. So now the Fairy Road Beatdown is not really a viable plan anymore. Man, this is frustrating. I thought we were in a really good position, but they have top deck significantly better than us. Jeez. All right. I mean, we're actively, solidly losing now, which I never would have thought could have happened a few turns ago. So they escaped the Uro. So it actually did end up punishing us that we did not exile the Finhorn Elves. There was one turn where we could have gotten out with the Kaya, and we didn't. And now that's just an extra card in their graveyard, so that was a little bit costly. Not the end of the world, but could make a difference. Okay, I'm happy that they did hit a land there. even if we're drawing lands, like at least Sheldock Isle or Shambling Vent would be good. We just don't want to draw like Windswept Heath and Plains, like our last 2 draw steps. Uh-oh, 5 mana. Could be Primal Command, which would be really good. Actually, Primal Command would almost definitely just end the game. Although with the Windswept Heath, we can shuffle away, so we do have 1 live draw. $11 mana. Okay, calm down over there. Hopefully they're just leveling up Draga Tree Speaker like 10 times. I don't think they are, though. Primal Command. Okay, well, we'll bounce the Uro in response. So they have 8 mana right now, so they could just play Craterhoof and kill us. They have it. Jeez, wow, I thought we were so far ahead there. They top decked so well. Very frustrating, but it is what it is. That is, yeah, that's way more than lethal. So we have to fight through game 3 now. Jeez, that, yeah. I mean, we are at a point where, like, we had multiple Planeswalkers and a Bitter Blossom, and we just Shinobi'd them. Really, the turning point was we Shinobi'd, hit 2 lands, and then they top deck Factor Fiction. We absolutely win that game if it like, we hit the Factor Fiction, or, like, even if they just left 1 land on top. I'll bring in Balance when we're on the play. What do we cut? Brimaz is only okay. Yeah, I think I'll cut the Brimaz here. We're going a little bit lighter on the creatures. We have 3 board sweepers now, so we're going a little bit more in this direction. And I still like Flicker Wisp because they have a lot of tokens, and it's good with our own Planeswalkers. Okay, I like this hand. We can go turn 1, dismember your dude, into turn 2, him to Torok. We are going to be paying a decent amount of life here, 6 life in the first 2 turns, but I think that's okay. This Flicker Wisp is looking pretty weak here. That could have been Brimaz or Kitchen Finks, and it would have been a little bit better. Although, who knows? It might pressure their Planeswalkers well. Ooh, opponent's on a mold of 5. That's going to be pretty brutal against him to Torok. I really hope they do have a 1-drop. Okay, they don't. So, yeah, we'll just go Blood Crypt and him. Forest Finale. Not the best hits, honestly. Although hitting the forest could mess them up. Lotus Cobra. Okay, I think I'm just going to go with Sheldock and dismember that. Balance is not good here at all. They mulled a 5, and then we got a 2 for 1 on turn 2, so not the best balance situation. We could take Time Warp or Day of Judgment. That's pretty close, actually. I think I like Instant Speed Day of Judgment a little bit more, though. Okay, no play. Now we can stick a Elspeth. Bitter Blossom was an okay... actually, Bitter Blossom was a pretty bad draw. Tundra, Elspeth. And now Elspeth is pretty good because it pressures Planeswalkers very well. Like, if they play Garruk, we can hit the Garruk for 5 in the... or for 4 in the air. And it also protects herself very well, so Elspeth is actually pretty strong here. I considered cutting Elspeth, actually, and then now I'm very happy we kept this instead of Brimaz. I guess Questing Beast would be a little bit bad, but it still wouldn't kill the Elspeth. Although I guess we don't really have a way to deal with it. Okay, do we want to just play Teferi and bounce the bird? I think I do that. And then hope to draw land for Bitter Blossom. Okay, I'll just make another 1/1 and hit for 1. I'm probably just gonna loot away these 2 cards with a Jace if possible. And then Jace Flashback Dismember is nice. They replay the bird and pass. Seems okay to me. I'm just going to keep on making 1/1s. I think that's better than jumping one of these soldiers. Do we want to play the Bitter Blossom? I want to save this Flicker Wisp ideally to flicker the Shelldock Isle. Yeah, I will play the Bitter Blossom. I think it's probably worth it. My life total is pretty high. This is the first turn where they've had access to blue mana, which could be a problem, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Nissa, okay. Actually, that's still not too bad, though. No attack. That's surprising. So we can Flicker Wisp. Well, we'll start by flipping our Jace. Ooh. We're a little bit light on white mana, unfortunately. But I think if we Flicker Wisp this and then attack the Nissa with everything. Oh, they chump block and Nissa survives at 1. That's a little bit annoying. But I think that's still the right line here. So we plus. Play land. Flicker. They do have a lot of mana over there now, which is unfortunate. Plus 3/3 and flying to this. But now we're not dead to Crater Hoof because they'll only have 1 creature now, assuming they block with a Noble, which they certainly will. I mean, if they don't, that's just amazing for us, but they will. So they block there. We can also threaten to Ultimate Elspeth next turn. I guess I should have left up a blue source. Actually, I can't really see a way that Shelldock Isle would get turned on, but it's maybe possible. So they do have access to a lot of mana here. But again, Crater Hoof wouldn't do it. And next turn we get to untap and use Teferi and kill their Nissa. And so I think this is their 1 window. Oh, do they actually have Crater Hoof? Oh man, is that lethal? That gets plus 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, that's lethal. Are you serious? We prevent 2. We take 6, 9, 15. Yeah. Wow, that's so frustrating. How did we lose this game? Man, that is really annoying. Wow, I have no idea how we lost that game. They mulled a 5, and then we hit a Torok them on turn 2. I'm trying to decide if there's any way we could have played differently. I mean, attacking the Nissa was correct, I think, because it killed the Noble Hierarch, and it gave them a 1 draw step. I guess we would have lost to the Bitter Blossom even if we had left back the Jace to block. We could have played Gideon and Emblem to put more toughness onto the battlefield, but I still think that wouldn't have worked. Jeez, that's very brutal. Maybe. No, there's no way we could have flipped our Jace. If we could have Jason him to Turok, then that would have won. Wow. I am in shock. That whole match, I really thought we were going to win. So that sucks a lot. I'm very annoyed by that, but it is what it is. We are on to the finals, and hopefully we can secure that 2-1. See you there. All right, here we are for the finals against Emrakuls. We are on the play, which is excellent, and our hand is great. Lots of Planeswalkers, lots of good mana. Turn 2 Signet. We do need to draw another land, but worst case scenario, we can go turn 2 Signet into Brimaz, and otherwise we can drop a turn 3 Gideon, which is very powerful in the play. Fast Bond. Well, that could be scary. Man, we literally played 3 blue-green decks in a row this league. That's a little bit annoying. So, hopefully they don't have a draw 7. Shard, of course. Okay, that's not very scary. Discarding Mana Vault, playing Raging Ravine. That's actually a little bit annoying, because that can pressure Planeswalkers pretty well. Okay, drawing land there is nice. I'm just going to play the Swamp, since I do want to keep drawing lands. I'll leave it in my deck. Channel? Oh my gosh. What do they have? We can't... Our hand doesn't really beat channel things. I mean, I guess... I hate that. We could beat a Blightsteel Colossus, actually, by playing Brimaz to block and then Teferi to tuck it if we draw a land. Ulamog. All right, well, GG. So, do we want to make any changes here? We can't really beat Ulamog no matter what. I guess Balance does it. But I think I'm just going to run it back. Yeah, I'm just going to run it back. I don't know enough to say that I want to bring in the board sweepers yet. All right, we are on the play, and I mean, I'm gonna keep this. I wish that I had mana for him to Torok on turn 2, but still a good hand, especially if we can draw one more land. I am gonna lead on the Arid Mesa because this opens up the possibility of double black on turn 2. Island go. All right. Well, that does give us Teferi next turn. But I don't like that they could have counter magic up now. Hopefully they tap out for an artifact or something. Okay, perfect. So Teferi to bounce that. See, I guess there was no... Yeah, I shouldn't have cracked that end of turn. I don't think it really matters, but I wouldn't have mind drawing that. Okay, this unfortunately cannot grab black, so I am going to crack this because I don't want to draw another blue source or white source. Does this just get plains? Yeah, it does. So plains to fairy. Bounce the monolith. Tithe is interesting, although it's pretty bad probably. It's bad against monolith. Hopefully they're holding a bunch of counter magic. Emry, okay. So they can... Ooh, Mind's Desire. Wasn't really expecting that. So we can plus, and then do we want to hold up the Tithe? I really don't think Tithe is going to do much against Mana Vault and Grim Monolith. So I think I'd rather just go Signet into Splicer. We could have also just killed the Emry, I guess. Maybe that would have been better. Yeah, I regret that. We should have killed the Emry. I sort of wanted to hard cast it and keep the 3/2 around, but okay, they play Ramanap Excavator. I would actually rather kill that than the Emry here, I think. Caracas, that's a great draw. So we can go Caracas, bounce your Emry, and then Shriek Maw to kill your thing. And we're setting up for a really good Time Warp turn here. So pretty big turn here. I think if they don't do anything that drastically alters this game this turn, then we'll be in really, really good shape. But they have a ton of mana. So they could easily do something pretty disastrous for us. Seething Song, okay. I mean, we'll see what they're casting here. They're shooting their shot, though. Emrakul. Oh, no! Now they can Time Warp themselves. That's a disaster. Yeah, this is really good for them. They can, like, bounce our Golem to kill our Golem and our Teferi, Time Warp targeting them, and him to Torok targeting us. Jeez, that's actually just so game-ending. Yeah, geez, that's just so unreal. They can literally give themselves an extra turn and take out our entire hand. And then just, like, suicide the Blade Slicer in there and we'll have nothing left. We can bounce their Emrakul with a Caracas, but... Oh, huge misplay there. Oh. Wait. If they Mana-Tide this... What? Okay, I mean, we're still losing by a lot, but they could have just given themselves an extra turn. And they didn't, so we're not dead. But yeah, this doesn't say take an extra turn after this one. It says target player takes an extra turn, so they could have targeted themselves. So again, we're way behind, but we're not dead. We could also just top deck Fallen Shinobi and just be way ahead all of a sudden. I will say it looks sort of like we're on a fast track to a 1-2 with this deck, which is just ridiculous. Like both the last round and this round, I still can't believe we lost last round. Thoughtseize. Well, I'll bounce the Emrakul, and then Thoughtseize them, and we'll see. Hopefully, I mean, the Emrakul is a long way away from being cast again, although I guess it's not even that long. Oh, man, how do we ever beat this hand? I guess Ren and 6 isn't that bad for us. Harmonize is really bad, though. I think I actually need to take the Harmonize. Right now, the Emry doesn't actually cast anything. Emrakul costs 9, so they can play it for 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. They can play it if they have a land, which they will because of the Ren and 6. But it actually doesn't do anything now that our hand is gone. Soul Ring. That's pretty bad. Do we want to cast it? I guess so. And then I'm not going to worry about the Ren and 6. We're just going for their face. So hit you for 3. So they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can get 9 with the Ren. So they can recast the Emrakul, but it doesn't actually do much here. In fact, I actually think the trigger only helps us. Oh, they're not going for the Emrakul. Interesting. That's actually really scary because that means they have something even worse. Heartbeat. Oh, okay. Well, that still doesn't do too much. There has Emrakul and one unknown. And again, like I think the Emrakul trigger just helps us because it just gives us a draw step and they can't do anything bad to us. So they get our turn, but then we just immediately bounce it. They can attack us for 1. We just need to not draw a removal spell. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so they just literally do nothing. All this did was just get us through the swamp. So them playing the Emrakul actively helped us. They didn't even use their Ren last turn. All right, can we draw Shinobi off the top? That doesn't seem like too much to ask. We cannot. So hopefully they should animate the Raging Ravine and attack, because as they saw, using the Emrakul didn't do anything. I held the land because it makes the Emrakul cast trigger seem more appealing, but it doesn't do anything here. So we're hoping they do that again, but if they animate Raging Ravine and attack, they hit us for 5, 6 with a Ren. So they could actually kill us that way, but this is not a winning line at all. Of course, they could have drawn something else also, so hopefully they're just going for the Emrakul. Oh, this is more than Emrakul mana. Oh no, if they top decked Ulamog, then we're in really bad. Okay, no, that's fine. I don't know what their plan is here. I mean, they saw how this went last turn. Just giving us a draw step. So we'll bounce the Emrakul once again and untap. Bitter Blossom. That's neutral. I guess it's probably actually worth it to cast because it does take 1 turn off the clock, although not really with a Ren and 6. So probably the opponent should just cast this here. I think it slightly hurts us. Okay, that's fine too. Jeez. See, I'm just going to hold this. I don't think it really helps us at all. All right, hopefully they didn't top deck the Ulamog this turn. If they just play the Emrakul again, I mean, we've seen... Oh, no! That sucks. That's so frustrating. Okay, so this was their last turn when they had to draw something, and they did draw it. And now I think we're probably just dead. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that gets us out of this. We don't have any way to, like, steal the Ulamog or get rid of it. I guess we could draw Balance. Yeah, Balance would give us a chance. Teferi tuck the Ulamog would maybe do something, but probably not. Really bad play for them to do that. Now they're dead to Collective Brutality, which we don't have, but it would be a very reasonable card for us to be playing. Okay, that only helps us because that gives us 2 draws. We were already going to die to the next attack step, so that was good for us. I still don't think there's anything we can probably draw, but maybe, yeah, probably not, but we'll see. Flicker Wisp. Well, that would have killed them. Oh wait, no, Emrakul flying, right? They could just play the Flicker Wisp and flicker the Mana Vault, but then we win if we top deck a removal spell. Although I'm not sure what removal spells we could top deck that would do it here. Like Teferi would have done it, but Teferi is gone. I guess Big Teferi would do it. Yeah, if we top deck Big Teferi, then we can talk the Emrakul and kill them in the air. So that's our out. We need to hope we draw that. I think that's our only one, but we'll see if we can get there. Teferi. Concealed Courtyard. That sucks. All right. Well, rough result. I'm actually shocked with how that deck performed. So this was our deck. Somehow we only got a 1 and 2. The round 2 in particular was just ridiculous. They mulled a 5 and we had him to Turok, but then they had like exactly Craterhoof when we were about to like Ultimate or Elspeth and everything. Like that was a ridiculous game. And then round 3, I don't like, yeah. Frustrating league for sure. We played against a lot of Channel Emrakul, but it is what it is. That happens sometimes. You can have a really good deck. I mean, again, I think this deck is very, very strong. It was light on counter magic, I guess, which really was what ended up hurting us. But still a good deck. I'm surprised it had that result, but it was still fun, interesting games. And we did some really powerful things. So I enjoyed it, even though the result left something to be desired. I hope you did too. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.